May has turned into June, and June has turned into July 1936. The situation in Germany is desperate. After violent action in Berlin during the May demonstrations, the French subversive elements have caused an uprising in the Ruhr area, our main industrial heartland, and we are trying to keep the situation stable, while at the same time looking to hunt down any kind of French perpetrators. Meanwhile, the economic situation is very slowly improving, and von Schleicher has his hands full because he also has to keep the left and the right at bay, which are both trying to depose his current government. At least in the Asian front, things are looking a little better. We have managed to mostly put down the rebellion, and after some initial miscommunication during the chaos over in the homeland, von Rundstedt is now on his way to take charge of the overall situation, including foreign troops and the expeditionary force. So, I think this was all under control. Yes, the Schwarz-Weiß-Rot coalition is going to get the agrarian parties, which is not a huge problem because that's one seat. I think we have the economic improvement after we lost one turn actually under control this time. And what was the last one? And yes, we are actually reducing the intensity of the uprising by banning flags. So that generally helps. People can't wave flags. Because at the same time it is going to escalate naturally. So there's going to be some stuff we need to do. Shuffling the Prussian ministries will take care of the discontent in the Prussian leadership with our current position, which means then we can finally after that switch over to drafting the Tarnow-Bade plan to get the economy back on track. But we are also starting to clear out rebellious forces that have been encircled here in the mountains, despite the fact that the mountaineers haven't arrived yet. But we are not in a good position supply-wise. However, that should sort itself out relatively quickly. Maybe. There is no supply line from... Well, that is... Oh, really? Well, because Shanghai is a legation city, so the supply lines from Nanjing actually don't reach all the way here, which means this supply hub has no connection from the capital. We need supply down here. So what is the best way of getting it here? We should be getting supply. We should be getting supply over the sea route. However, if they were, are they not holding a port? No, because all the no, that's a port. Okay, so we should technically be getting supply. Over the sea routes. That is very unfortunate that this doesn't work. Can we, on the quick, create a railway connection here? Let's see. How long would that take to make that? Are we not allowed to build here? I think we might not be allowed to build here. Yes, we are not allowed to build here, which is unfortunate. So we can't actually fix this situation, which means we have to fight down there without. Can we connect this? No, we can't. We could improve it in the legation cities, not here though. So legation cities we can build, but not in Nanjing, because that's their own problem. Which means we have to fight without supply down here. Which means also that we can I get a supply view game? No, not really. Okay. Well, which means we probably have to push here in the north, where we still have some supply, versus down here in the south, we're just going to have to clean things up as they go. So that's what we'll do. So the cavalry currently fighting in the mountains out of supply, which is actually less than ideal. but we'll wear them down eventually. But then we'll move the cavalry north, and we are waiting for the. We're waiting for the mountaineers to come in before we make the push. Yeah, okay. Are we still selling these things? I thought we actually dispatched of all of them. Apparently we're still selling them, which is good because that gives us actually a bit of a construction input. Yes, from economic capacity surplus from selling these old bombers off. That works. Okay, so that's all good. Here we are. Okay, we're about to take over. So we're going to get the Schwarz-Weiß-Rot taking over the agrarian parties. But in the meantime, things are going poorly at home. That's not something I'd like to see. The Nordrhein-Westfalen has sympathy strikes. The spark in the Ruhr has now reached the rest of the densely populated and industrialized Rhineland-Westphalia region. Yes, this is that area here. One after another, workers' groups in factories and local trade unions proclaim their allegiance with a general strike, and their members spill onto the streets, demanding government intervention in the economy. Yes, we are doing that. Further expansion of workers' rights, justice for the martyrs of Berlin's Bloody May, and punishment for the businessmen and their illegal lockouts in the Ruhr. An article by the mayor of Cologne, Konrad Adenauer, who is mildly famous in the original timeline, has reached the Frankfurter Zeitung in the aftermath, describing that the economic life in his city as well as much of the region has effectively stopped thanks to the strike, and denounced the strikers in the article, demanding them to stand down as their ranks are infiltrated and hijacked by socialist agents. Yes, exactly. It's the French. The French are have seen an opportunity to rile up the workers. That is unfortunate, which means we're going to lose this region here as well now, and Rheinland-Pfalz too. Yeah, how are we going to fix the economy if the people keep doing this? Was this the takeover from the... That wasn't even the Ruhrkampf escalation takeover. Sheesh. But it hasn't increased the intensity. It has just made things generally worse. No noticeable really impact just yet. Yeah, we're still good on everything. And our division has arrived. Yes, nice. Over here, can I get that division to join? Yes. Can I get that to join the? Hang on, am I doing this right? Yeah. This is waiting for von Rundstedt. This is the division that just arrived. I would like them to join this army, please. Thank you. And we will instantly give them a front line. Are they pushing here, actually? It looks like they are pushing here, so we will support that. In fact, we will get the cavalry divisions north as well, because we have no supply down here, and we can probably just eliminate the problem all by itself if we're moving our divisions up. There's so many Chinese divisions down here now that it doesn't make sense anymore for us to do this. So the offensive line will be to cut through the mountains, cut their forces in half, take out the capital, and that hopefully gets them to capitulate. Anything else I need to do? Okay, we're gonna wait for this to take over. And where's this division? Is it taking the train? Where's my mountain division? Yes, it's taking the train. Good. Cavalry divisions. There's no train down here, so okay. So this is going to take over. There we go. And that means they now have... They should have the agrarian parties under them, right? Something doesn't... Is it me or is something not working here? I'm not sure if this is bugged or if this is supposed to be. They are supposed to be... They're supposed to have ticked over. Something is a bit odd here. either way, ignoring that, 2 days until we should be back up to economic health -8, and the 11 days until this goes on. Schwarz-Weiß-Rot activity. So who are they targeting next? They're still targeting the agrarian parties. Maybe there's a random chance that they join or not join. So, okay. We've got 30 days, so we'll let that roll. We've got nothing really better to do. Okay. Prussian ministries successfully shuffled. The cabinet in Prussia has grown unstable, and one solution to this disorder is to rely on the right. Giving additional ministries in Prussia to the DVLP, they may become more loyal to the incumbent cabinet, and so give it a backbone to resist attempts to vote it out of power. It will also keep the nationalists satisfied for now, so that should shut them up. And Argentina has shown up. It's one of our largest import partners. The struggling Republic of Argentina has reached out to our trade ministry, begging us to make an exception on the increased tariffs we imposed on non-Middle Europa nations. Since their economy is virtually entirely dependent on us, we could put the squeeze on them and try to force them into signing a less favorable agreement. Should they, however, take that opportunity to shift their interests to the Entente, it would cut us off from their vital agricultural exports, which could give our rivals in the Entente an advantage in the Americas. We could go with a favorable trade agreement, which gives us -6% consumer goods factory, or we could tell them to bugger off, and they might decide that, no, you know what, we're not going to work with you anymore. I don't see... Oh, okay, so we can either go the safe route and take the 6% consumer goods factories, or we could put the pressure on and squeeze their economy for more benefit of ourselves. I'll at the moment, in German, there is a. I mean, Argentina is far, but in German there's a proverb. If I translate it, it's better to take the sparrow in your hand than the pigeon on the roof. So take the safe route here, because I don't want to gamble on this. Next thing, we might actually get a negative outcome of this, and we really can't be doing with that. So we'll buy Argentinian loyalty by giving them a favorable deal, and that gives us a guaranteed 6% consumer goods. And that, let's have a look at consumer goods. There we go, 6 factories, nice, I'll take it. And now we are going into the Tarno-Badeplan, 28 days. So this gives us a couple of cards, but it also adds vast public works. That's -30% consumer goods, which is great, but it halves the factory output. Sheesh. Well, I have no factory output to begin with right now, so screw that then. Okay, this is still taking 2 days, and yeah, something is weird here with the Cabinet Schleicher in some way, but okay, I'll take it. Somebody tell me in the comments if this is a bug or if I'm just not understanding this. Okay, the supply situation here is actually not good either, so no matter which way we're going, we are going to be screwed here. So I am, instead of getting everything into one place, actually going to concentrate the cavalry here instead, and see if we can just create multiple axes here. So we might be able to liberate... oh, the Chinese are actually pushing forwards by themselves pretty well. Okay, I'll take that as well. So we might be able to liberate some places, but we are still extremely out of supply down here. Yeah, supply situation not great. But let's see what our mountain divisions can do. Once they should be still relatively well supplied. So we'll support the forward position here, and they are pinning them in. They're pinning them here, which is good. So we do need to get south to the capital though. So I'm actually inclined to not even attack anywhere, but just use the superior speed of the mountain divisions to try and reach the capital. And Chinese troops are now flooding in. I mean, I guess I understand they're all Chinese, but friendly Chinese troops are flooding in. This has ticked over, and we're back to -8. Nice. So what is we've got 43 days now. So we have a labor crisis, and we have a labor crisis card, which is good. We have 2 relief cards actually. So we need, let's see, what do we need? This gives us enough stability. That gives us 2,250 investment. So we still need another 2,000. That gives us 1,000 investment, and this gives us 1,400. So we could do with what we've got. But 43 days, I might actually still finish I'll still finish the Tarnobade plan, and we will see if that gives us any benefits in the meantime. And here we have 25 days, and this one is taking 6 days. Okay, so why did it go down? Why is it down to 40? It was supposed to increase every 25. It used to be 50, right? I'm not crazy. So I'm bringing it down to 25 in one day. It was 50 just earlier. I'm bringing it down to 25. So we'll see what happens. Protests in Ukraine. Just as our own domestic problems continue to rise, so do they for our most important ally in the East. Oh dear. The hetman, who has been our key ally in Ukraine, has been facing increasing bitter criticism from the exiled Republican opposition, who've been demanding political and economic reforms. Worryingly, the situation seems to be spiraling out of the hetman's control. It is true that we have little to spare for our Ukrainian ally, but some say that it is a matter of national security. Should we fail to provide some form of assistance, he might not be ruling for much longer. Okay, so either we spend 40 political power again, either we don't do anything, or yeah, I think it's worth it. Otherwise, we might lose. Okay, what's the? Ukraine is sort of our eastern front here in the Reichspakt. So, if we lose Ukraine to instability, and they are currently very in favor of us. So, all right, 40 political power it is. We'll support him, and then we will see what happens. Meanwhile, this is very odd, because I'm pretty sure that went down by itself somewhere. It was at 50 last time I looked. Might have been one of the events. Anyway, we'll still be banning the flags, so now it's back to 25, and then it'll be increasing in 5 days again. So that's all good. And we've got 40 days here and 24 days here. Okay, so mountaineers are now on the way. Why are we part of this fight? This is defensive, that's why. So I'm not actually that interested here, but we have a chance here for a counterattack, because right now we're defending against the Chinese incursion. So we might have to defend here for now and just try to even hold this position, to be honest. I don't think we can make any move out right now, but we'll try to defend here. We'll see if it works. I should still have another cavalry division. Yeah, this one. Let's see if we can get that to move north and help defend that position. And it looks like we might be able to. We'll hold the fort here for now, but they are counterattacking quite viciously at this point. So we will see. We will see what we can do And if we can manage to break out here once the defense has been happening. 20 days, 3 days, that'll get it up to 35. This is still 40 days away. International avant-garde. Combined efforts, the French again. What have they done now? A program that aims to create a united art style. What do you mean by solidarity forever? Okay. I don't like that sort of talk. That is syndicalist talk. We will not be having any of that here. Excuse me. All right, just keeping an eye. So what I'm hoping for is that we might be able to... we have no organization here, unfortunately. Maybe we can counterattack here. Let's see. I really just need that breakthrough towards the capital, and we'll see if we can counterattack with everything we've got. I know that no one's got supply here, but neither do the Chinese. And okay, we are already... They should be able to hold this now. Let's see if we can use the mountaineers to push south, and we are really just trying to reach the enemy capital. They have abandoned a position in the north here. Let's take it. And we are trying to... I might need to get another division. Okay, pin these divisions here while we are moving south. Okay, Social Democratic... Okay. Oh, that's new. All right, let's see then. In spite of their traditional hesitation towards using union action for political gains, the General German Trade Union Federation, Allgemeiner Deutscher Gewerkschaftsbund, one of the largest trade union organizations in the empire and an affiliate of the SPD, was closely monitored by the press and the public ever since the beginning of the Ruhr strikes. As the SPD was seen as an opponent of Schleicher, their trade unions joining forces with the socialist strikers may be exactly what they need to take down the despised Reichskanzler. Who's despising me? I'm the only one trying to salvage things around here. The Federation's news outlet, Die Arbeit, the work, answered the question that trade unions within the Federation were forbidden from joining the Ruhr strike, citing the threat that syndicalist radicals and infiltrators, yes, these people, pose to their labor movement. Exactly. You don't want to be seen as a foreign agent, do you? Should they be legitimized? The ADGB has advised its membership to pursue practical labor reforms through collective negotiation and support for the SPD in the Reichstag. Still, however, this is a relief for the Schleicher government. We get 5% base stability, and the intensity of the Ruhr uprising is reduced by 10 points. Okay. That means, however, it's currently at 25. I don't know how low it's allowed to go. So I'm gonna wait for this to tick over. Because 25 seems safe. Because there was an event that said I have to maintain it. Now, is it between 0 and 100? Is it outside 0 and 100? I don't know. But I'll let this tick over, because that gives me the 5% stability and reduction of the effects for free, basically, because the 10 points here and the 10 points there should be equalizing each other. And I don't think that's a little cheesy, but we'll say that this happened first. So let the escalation go through. We'll keep that one open. How is it looking here? Okay, I'll have to keep an eye on this as well. Okay, now it's at 35. So now we can do this, which brings it back down to 25. And we have gained 5% stability. We're still at a minus 40% base value. I don't have any idea how we are ever supposed to be getting out of that. We'll support the attack here in the north for now, however. Just to keep these divisions pinned while our troops are moving. And I just have to check if there's anything I need to do. This is still 18 days away. 36 days away. And 25 days away. Okay, we'll let it tick up a little bit. I don't need to take these just now, because it also reduces my political power. and we're down at minus 25, so 25%. So it's relatively low impact at this point, and they're managing to push them back here. Well done. Okay. Can we keep them pinned? Our cavalry is extremely exhausted at this point. I wonder if we can keep them pinned for just a little bit longer. No, not really. And but we have made it here for now. Let's see if we can hold this position. And okay, I need to reorganize my front line here. I want the cavalry on this one. Should have one more division. So I've got these. No one's got any. Where are my cavalry divisions? There should be 4 of them. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Where's the 4th one? Oh, here. Okay. You just help out here. Okay. We will see if we can manage not to get pushed. Are they leaving here? Luxembourg, which is actually part of the German Empire, has severe problems because the Zentrum has denounced the strike as an act of treason, and again, syndicalist infiltration is causing more uprisings and problems. This adds the Ruhrkampf to Luxembourg. Can I actually see? Can I see the impact of that somewhere? I don't think I can. Do I see? Oh, here it is. Okay, I get to see it here. So we are getting minus 20% max factories, minus 60% resources, and we can't target it with any decisions. So I don't have any decisions available at the moment anyway. We're just waiting for this to escalate. So okay, so this adds Luxembourg to the Ruhrkampf. Yep. So things going increasingly badly along the French border. I might need at some point to get the armed forces in there, and we'll still try to settle it peacefully for now. But we'll see for how long that is taking. Here we are holding on, just barely, however. So if the Chinese could find it in their hearts to assist me here, that would be grand, really. Okay, von Rundstedt should be in the army group. I'm not sure why his portrait isn't here. Okay, so we have a chance here to take the capital, and I think I will take that chance because I have divisions. I have a division here that can pin these if necessary, if they make any moves. So this is mountains, so the mountaineers are having a speed advantage despite the fact that they are very much disorganized. We will try to and of course they're immediately counterattacking. We are trying to encircle them here, however. It is tough going because we are really not having any firepower whatsoever. Let's add what we can and try to get. And this should be 4 divisions, really. Everybody attack here. Okay. How's everything going? 19 days, 12 days. Okay, 12 days. I do need to do something here pretty soon, otherwise things will go bad. Blood on the Rhine. The general strike underway in the Rhineland has claimed its first victims. The police in Essen, so over here, reports that 2 bodies have been found in the Rhine at night, both riddled with several bullet holes. Both of them were identified as activists and organizers in the Metalworkers Union, and a quick investigation by the law enforcement has deduced a trail of far-right activists in the Rhineland. Oh dear. Now, so the syndicalists and the left are running a general strike. At some point, the right-wingers decided, you know what, we're going to take law into our own hands and start murdering people. War veterans and extremist youth associated with folkish far-right nationalist, Savinkovist and National Socialist movements have occasionally cropped up in the news ever since the Weltkrieg. Yeah, participating in street clashes and political campaigns in favor of the fringe far-right parties. Fringe indeed. Though worrying, they were generally overlooked by post-war governments as a non-threat. It appears several of them in Essen seeking to take matters into their own hands and prevent a oh yeah, I see where this goes. A Judeo-syndicalist takeover of the Reich assassinated their socialist opponents in the night. The news of the death has sparked furor among the workers, and numerous members of the Reichstag demand the government to show solidarity with the victims' families. This would paint us on the week of the strike. Paint us as weak on the strike, however. So we have two choices. Intensity is at 25 right now. Okay, this is tricky. So we are gonna, no matter what we do, we lose 10% base stability. How far? I don't know. No matter what we lose, what we do, we lose 10% stability and 75 political power. But either we can reduce it even further, or we can tell them that, you know what, if they have been sympathizing with the French and raising syndicalist propaganda here, they sort of had it coming. Now, I don't like this option. But I'm having a nagging feeling that, because I just had an event that lowered that by 10, that if I'm not careful, I'm going to end up too low with the intensity here. And then von Schleicher will be kicked out of government. And then who knows what comes next. So, as much as I dislike it, I think I'm going to say, yeah, Schleicher is a pragmatist and an opportunist. And like I said, he's not afraid to temporarily sympathize with unsavory elements if it furthers his agenda, and his agenda firmly is to get Germany back on track economically and to ensure the stability of the monarchy. So unfortunately we're going to have to do this, which brings it up to 50, which is fine because we can now trigger one of the we can now establish curfews, and that'll reduce it by 15 again, which takes 20 days, which means it'll go up to 60 and then it'll go back down to 45. Okay, let's do that. I might need additional options here soon because I'm running out of options. Where do I get Ruhrkampf options from? This one. Okay, so we might have to do this one next, just to give me a couple of additional options to deal with this situation there. Sheesh. Okay. So, we are still trying to break through to the capital, but it looks like the war is almost over here. The enemy troops are encircled, and we are about to break through in the mountains, but the situation in Germany remains critical. And that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.